Hi, I'm Cris Turner, and this is George Shaver. We're from divinationondemand.com. Like and subscribe our page. We do videos every week teaching you about metaphysical subjects and tarot. And today, George and I are going to talk about his special technique for taking your power back. And George has a technique to take your power back if somebody is accessing your personal power, your spiritual power, then you need to address that and take that back. However, we do want to say that this should not be used in the opposite. You want to use this in a defensive measure, but do not use this to take somebody else's power. We're trying to prevent that. Okay, so George is going to teach us his technique on taking your power back.
Well, thank you, Cris.
Thank you, George.
I think we need to look at what we're doing here. So taking back the power and understand what's really going on when you're taking back the power and what's really going on when somebody has your power. Loved ones, people that you love will have your power from time to time. People that you don't love. Everybody from in between, people that are really, really close, like family, and everybody that's your arch enemy, and everybody in between has the potential of taking your power. They're usually controlling, they're always really controlling people. And I can measure it by biokinesiology exactly the degree that's happening. So for example, if I would say, to what extent does Bob have my power? No, he didn't have my power at all.
Okay, so what are you doing there, George? You're doing muscle testing by, if your muscle tests strong, then that's a yes. But if your muscle tests weak, then that answer is a no.
Usually the people that have your power will go right to a 10. So it'll go right up to a 10 indicate. So if you wait a minute and do it again, it's pretty accurate. That's called biokinesiology. But the act of taking back your power, when you do it, sometimes it may be somebody you haven't talked to in a long time. After you take back your power, they can feel it, and you'll typically get a phone call. Expect things to happen when you take back your power. But in general, I want to say that that everybody's talking to everybody all the time. I figured this out. The more psychic I got, the more I began to hear it. So in a busy sidewalk in New York City, let's say 50 people are there. And if God came down and scooped all 50 people up and immediately took those 50 people and threw them in a pen, there would be a pecking order immediately. Even though these people don't know each other, when they're passing each other on the street, they're all in communication, there's a pecking order was established right away. So we're always talking to people. If we realize that we're always talking to people on the subconscious level, maybe we'd be careful about where we direct our thoughts, because people do understand it on the subconscious, even though they don't consciously, and they will react to what they learn. So everybody's talking to everybody, and what I've learned to do is to talk to them. So let's say I determine that Bob has my power. I just tested, he got a 10. Or if I can't do that, if I didn't know how to biokinesiology determine it, I would feel it. It's a controlling person, and you would feel nervous around that person. Dominated a little bit, you'd feel nervous. And it's always a negative. Even if it's your own mother taking your power, it's always a negative. It's always much better for the relationship if you take it back. So I feel the energy, and I get real kind of a healing kind of modality here. And this is what you have to say. This is your mantra to take back your power. It works 100%. My higher self is connected to Bob's higher self, and Bob's higher self is connected to mine. To you, Bob, I send you blessings, good things, all good things, happiness, joy, contentment. And I take back the power that you took from me. It's my power. It's my right to take it back. That nervous, uncomfortable, anxiety feeling that I used to get, I no longer get that. It has dissolved into wisdom. You will refer to me with respect. Refer to me with respect. And people can feel it, feel the power shift. So if you test it again, or when I test it again, I see that I've taken back the power. And it does everything that you wouldn't even expect it to do. I was in a horrible family court ordeal that lasted years and years and years and years. I started doing this, and all of a sudden it came to an end. Just taking back my power. Your life doesn't turn out too good if you're a person where your power is taken, and all of us are subject to that influence from time to time. Everybody, unless they know how to do this, you need to take back your power. And so that's what I know. And you want to add anything else?
I do. I want to do an example for everybody right now. Let's do an example with me. I had an employee who worked for my business, and first she would start telling people she was my business partner. Then she would start telling people that she was the owner of my business, and this was long in the past. So I would think that this person was trying to take my power back then, but that she wouldn't have any way to have my power now. Can we test that?
Yeah, I think I know who that is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We won't give her name, but that person that I'm thinking of right now, to what extent does she have your power now? To what extent does she have your power right now? No, it got 2.
Okay.
So on a scale from 1 to 10, that's not, when I take it back, it typically goes to 1 or 0. It's at 2, it's really no place. So no,
okay.
She does not have your power. And I remember she did have your power to a 10.
That's definitely true, and we did this technique. So if you muscle test and it comes out to be a 2 or a 3, up to what number, then that's not really a problem, but over what number is it that it's a problem that you would have to say the mantra?
7 or above, but
7
I
or
don't get a
above.
lot of 7s, 8s, and 9s. It usually goes right to 10. If it starts coming down to 9, 8, or 7, it's usually because the person's out of your life, they don't care about it, they haven't been, they gotta have to renew it. They got to take your power again and again because it begins to fade out right after they take it. So if it comes down, it's usually the lack of contact or nothing's going on between you and that person where they want to come and take your power again. And I've noticed too, this is pretty kind of what you'd expect. You take your power from somebody and you won't notice a difference right away. But usually the next day, they'll take it back again. And then you got to come back and take it again. And if it's an ex-lover or something, these people, I mean, they are tenacious. They will hang on for a long time. You keep having to take it back. Other people, they kind of get the hint, like, it's my power. You get away from it. They back off. It takes them a while to readjust, and they feel insecure without your power, so they're going to want to take it back. So I always come back to it afterwards, make sure it's gone. If it comes back, I check it again, and if it keeps coming back, I keep taking it back until it's gone.
Well, thank you, George. In the section below, I will write down the script for the words that you say to take your power back, and you can refer to George's technique over and over and repeat the mantra every day until you get the test that it's 5 or less, and that the person has not retaken your power back. Many, many blessings from George and myself. We're divinationondemand.com, and hit like and subscribe if you like this video.